Okay, so right now I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the shake change and the shapeshifter. But first I'm going to give you a couple performances of them, so that way you can see how they should be performed. We'll start off with the shake change. You can take a card, say the ace of diamonds, and all you have to do is take it and just give it a little shake, and instantly it turns into the king of spades. So that is the shake change, and now we're going to get into the shapeshifter. Once again, you can take a card, say the two of clubs, and all you have to do is take the card and just snap the corner, and instantly it'll turn into the seven of hearts. So now, let's get into the tutorials. We'll start off with the shake change. What you do is you literally do take any card that you want. Say you want the two of hearts, and then however you want, get a break under the top card. You can do it right into their eyes, but you can kind of notice that. I would suggest kind of tilting your arm a little bit, or because you can't do it that way because then you'll see you're pushing a card, I would suggest doing it as an angle. Or a much simpler way to do it would be to just push off two cards and then just take off the top one, because then they wouldn't see any suspicious move. As you can see, it's okay. Just however you want. Just get a break under the card below the card they select. And then what you do is you take the card, but you steal away that card you had a break under. Okay? So now you should have two cards in your hand. And now this is how you should hold it. You should take the index and the thumb and grab it on the two corners. Okay? And the corners that you're supposed to grab it on are the corners that enable your index to go onto the corner of the card and spin the card. So that's why you do the shaking move, because as you shake, it changes. But to be honest, I wouldn't recommend just holding it flat and then just shaking and turning, because you can kind of see that you're turning the card. So a better way to do it is when you have it on those corners, push the card in a little bit. So then when you shake it, you can't really notice it as much. It's a very simple change to do, and it just requires some shaking and making sure that people can't see below the card, because then you'll be able to tell there's two cards. So once again, you take the card, steal away a card, you grab it on with the index and the thumb, and then you take with the middle finger and the thumb, and then you take the index, shake it. Okay? So that's how you do the shake change, and now let's get into shapeshifter. Okay, so the way to do shapeshifter is just like the shake change. You get a card. There is no gimmicks in either of these changes. Once again, you just take a card, say the queen of clubs. Once again, you get a break under the top card. However you want to get the break, like I said, I would recommend angling the deck a little bit, but don't turn it over, just angle it. Because if you do it right in front of their eyes, they're going to see that, and then it turns their attention towards that. But like I said, the other way you could do it is just push off two cards and just take the top one off. However you would like to do it. But make sure you get two cards. And now this is how you do it. Just like the shake change, it involves the middle finger, the thumb, and this middle finger and this thumb. So for the card that would be holding the deck, you take that middle finger and that thumb, and you grip it on the two corners that you can grip on. Not like this, because that doesn't look good. You want it to be the normal corners you would grab it on. Then you take the other middle finger and the other thumb and grip it on the other corners. Okay? So you should basically be holding the card, like this, okay? So this thumb and this index go on these two corners, and this thumb and this index go on these. And what you do is these fingers, this thumb and this index, the ones that are not grabbing the deck, do not move. They just hold the card to keep it in place. But this thumb and this index do move. What they do is they pull the card back, like this, and then since you have this middle finger right here, it can kind of turn the card. So it turns the card, which makes the change. So when you do it, you want to take your middle and you want to turn the card like this, okay? As you're doing it. So basically, you're doing this, okay? Just turn it with your index, with your middle finger, and then you take your thumb, and since this is pinching it and this is turning it, it just naturally turns around. When you practice it a lot, you can do it really good. So once again, you take the thumb and the middle finger that are grabbing the deck, pinch the corners, the other thumb and the other thumb and the other middle finger grab these corners, you pinch the card, you turn it a little bit, and you change. Okay guys, so I hope you like the tutorials. See you next time.